exploding. At what?
But Adam, for one, ain't satisfied with just off the ground. I don't want more roomness out of him. I know. He wants all the knowledge, bells, and taps he can get.
Okay, so we're gonna end it.
Expensive insurance, our disposable hosts are in the basket, ready for liftoff.
Next concrete plant.
Blast of helium, the real Adam and Jamie watch their experiment go up like a lead balloon.
Dude, that is a right balloon. I am really pleased. We might have been able to get away with a smaller balloon, but this is a lead balloon.
Introducing the new Gillette Labs Body Razor, our safest body shave ever. Gillette.
Vegans, feel free to skip. You don't want to see what comes.
So it's salt and Diet Coke. Will it beat the new 23-foot mark?
In 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Looks dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Hmm.
A hole. Okay, we're gonna get a hole. Down.
Refresh the everyday with Mentos Chewy Mix. Yes to fresh.
Looks dangerous.
It is very dangerous. This is possibly the most dangerous story we've ever filmed.
Fire!
It didn't go off. We have a live grenade. We cannot leave this bunker until we deal with this situation.
Let me guess, it involves a grenade.
You're like a mind reader. Yes, it totally does. Pop quiz, hotshot. What would you do if someone threw one of these at you?
Why, kiss your ass goodbye.
That is one solution. Another solution, favored by Hollywood movie action heroes, pull out a gun and shoot it out of the air.
And
And that is where I think we need to begin.
Okay. It's a standard action movie move. To protect yourself from an incoming grenade, you take it out of midair, where one of three things can happen. It explodes safely, it's rendered inert, or it's sent back from whence it came.
Now, when it comes to shooting objects out of midair, that's a sport actually called trap shooting or skeet shooting. I think it's this way. Well, when you want to do that in the Bay Area, you come here to the Coyote Valley Sporting Clay.
You must be Dave.
Our teacher today is Dave Radu. He's been an instructor for 16 years, and he's going to teach Jamie and I how to rid the world of the scourge of clay pigeons. It would be an understatement to say we've fired a lot of guns in the course of doing this show. Over the years, we've fired pistols, rifles, cannons. We fired from moving cars at moving cars. We've even fired bullets at other bullets. But this time we're trying to hit a moving target in midair.
Bull.
We were close, but not close enough.
Training on clay pigeons so that hopefully we can hit a grenade.
Bull.
If they can't even hit a moving target, then the myth falls at the first hurdle.
Bull.
And at first, it's not as easy as Hollywood would have us believe.
Yeah, I was a little behind it.
But they've got a great teacher.
Bull.
Nice shot. Fantastic. Very nice shot. Oh. There we go. Hey, beautiful shot. I was just going to tell you about that.
We've been shooting at these clays from the side, but if you're trying to avoid getting hit by a grenade, you're going to be more concerned when they're coming right at you.
Yeah, I got it.
Like that. Bull.
Very well done. Nice shot. Interestingly, the more realistic oncoming trajectory is a lot easier to hit. So far, this myth is moving in the right direction.
Sweet.
Ball!
Yeah. So, Adam,
Yes, sir.
to celebrate our newly found skills, I'm going to go over behind that building over there and toss my beret out.
No way. Let me shoot at it?
You've got one shot.
I'll take it. Pull! I can't tell if I hit it. Oh! Sorry. Let's go take a look. All right.
I think you did. There's the proof.
Dude, I get to keep this stuff mounted in my trophy case.
Well, what am I going to wear?
We'll get you another parade.
Okay, you let me know when it arrives.
Looks pretty innocuous, doesn't it? It is, in fact, pretty small compared to some of the things we've blown up over the history of Mythbusters. But in fact, these grenades are incredibly dangerous and have all of us in our bomb techs quite nervous. So in order to properly experiment with these, we have come to a large tract of private land in Gold Country, east of the Mythbusters shop, where we have thousands of acres of clear land all around us in order to experiment with these. God, I love operating a big machinery. Countless times on this show, we have armored ourselves behind these blast chamber panels to watch dangerous things happen, hopefully right on the other side. Perfect. That's perfect. I love it. But this setup, where our blast chamber panel is boarded on both sides by inch-thick plates of steel, this is the most armored we have ever required ourselves to be out in the field.
That's because it's not just an explosive pressure wave they're dealing with. The steel body of the grenade is designed to spray lethal fragments at over 25,000 feet per second in every direction. And the nightmare scenario is a misfire. To prepare for that, JD's recreated his own nightmare.
Normally, bomb disposal robots cost around 100 grand or so. This is my version. Behold the bomb, baby. This is about a $200 remote control truck. I put some servos for arms, a baby head, and most importantly, through this camera, I'll be able to see what's going on from the safety of our reinforced bunker.
Those are the safety precautions. But what's the first test?
And wire a little control. Before we get to shooting guns at these things, they have a timed fuse.
All right, go ahead and make it go up.
I.e., after you pull the pin and release the spoon, there's a few seconds before they blow up. How many seconds? That's what we need to determine by blowing one up. I knew that was a dud.
But this one isn't. Blaine the bomb tech pulls the pin and then traps the spoon of the live grenade in the tube. When it's raised, the spoon will pop, and we're hot! The delay fuse will light, and we'll find out exactly how long it takes a grenade to go boom.
I feel quite tense about this.
We're all ready?
Yeah.
Everybody's clear? Here we go. Going up. I heard the cap go. Wow.
I heard stuff hit us. That was intense, man.
Premium cuts of meat without the premium prices.
It's an old.
State Rep Steve Carter. The House passed my bill to prevent legislators from signing secrecy pacts in their official capacity. I'm fighting for transparency and against waste, fraud, and abuse in Michigan's budgets.
Hey Mega, cool Claire. Hello. I do have some gossip to tell you. Are you still in New York?
Whether you're in the shop or fixing your own vehicle at home, Harbor Freight has the floor jacks and jack stands you need at prices that make sense. Harbor Freight, your floor jack and jack stand destination.
Bailar. 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 Eu bailo. Bailo con gracia. Bailo como si no fuera un mundial. Ahora la lengua me va a dar compás.
Rosetta Stone's language learning tools may just be too immersive.
The key reason for this test was to check our timing, because we need to know how much time it takes for the grenade to go off once the spoon pops up.
That was 5 seconds exactly. Time for some guns. We're just about to start firing guns and grenades, and we've been thinking about it. We think one of three things is going to happen for each of these shots. Either the round will render the grenade inert and maybe dissipate it. That's one. Two is it could actually detonate it and explode it in midair. Or three, it could bring enough energy to the equation to actually send the grenade back to where it came. I'm curious as to what the result is actually going to be.
To find out, the setup is simple.
All right then.
It's been established that oncoming grenade can be taken out. But with live ammo, they're taking no chances.
3, 2, 1, go. Perfect.
These are the weapons we'll be using on our grenade today, and we'll be firing 4 kinds of ammunition out of these 3 weapons. We've got a .308 round, a .45 caliber pistol round, and a 12 gauge double-aught buck round.
That looks pretty dead on. I'll leave the rest to the bomb squad.
Now here's where things get interesting. I think the .308 round is going to be by far the most effective round against the grenade. But its rifle is by far the most difficult one to hit a grenade in midair with. While at the other end of the spectrum, we've got the shotgun, used for trap shooting, the easiest weapon to use to hit the grenade in midair. But I think this, the double-aught buck round, will be the least effective against the grenade.
First up, the shotgun and the lightweight buckshot.
Okay. Army.
Will it detonate the electronically triggered grenade?
Armed.
Or render it inert?
3,
Or even knock it back 30 feet
2,
cartoon style?
1, fire. Where'd it go?
I don't know. It didn't go off. Crap.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a situation now.
The grenade's delay fuse was remotely triggered. Adam fired the shotgun, and the grenade was knocked off the stand. But there was no explosion.
And now, somewhere out there, we have a live grenade. We cannot leave this bunker until we deal with this situation. You want to fire up the baby?
Fire. Where'd it go?
It didn't go off.
But why? Before they fire up the bomb baby, Adam fires up the high-speed camera.
Oh, criminy, Jamie, come here. Dude. Watch this. No more grenade. Well, we don't have a live grenade out there. We've got a bunch of dust.
Wow.
I totally did not see that coming.
Darn, I wanted to wake the baby up.
That's a result. Unbelievably, it seems that you can indeed shoot a live grenade and render it inert.
It's amazing. It
Is it-
disintegrated the outer casing, and then, even though this was within its 5-second range, did not let it explode the cap so the TNT didn't blow up.
Wow.
I would not have called that. That's amazing.
The double-aught buck completely disintegrated the grenade, and that frankly surprised us all because double-aught buck is their little .38 caliber lead balls, and you wouldn't think it would be able to do a whole lot to a steel grenade, but it did. It took it completely apart, and it even took apart the blasting cap before it could go off.
An astonishing result. The fuse was lit electronically, but before it could detonate, the buckshot broke up the TNT party. From Hollywood wishful thinking to actual fact.
Next up is a .45 caliber round pointed at the grenade. If you remember, only very recently we discovered it's a lot harder to hit a mid-air grenade with one of these than it is with one of those easy shotgun rounds. As to what it's going to do to the grenade, you ready?
Okay. 45 ACP. 3,
I expect it to have a very similar effect as the double-aught buck.
2,
I think the .45 caliber round is going to turn that thing right into dust.
1, fire.
Hey! It shot it right up the thing.
The cap went off, but the grenade didn't.
We knocked the grenade off the stand. It looks like we split it in half. So we didn't stop the cap from going off, but we did stop the grenade from blowing up.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
Compared to the buckshot, the 45mm round removed the blasting cap with surgical precision. Either way, it's another myth-confirming result. What's next?
Now we're going to bring some real energy to the equation by using a .308 sniper round full metal jacket. There we go. As to what this is going to do to the grenade, I've been wrong for everything so far, so I'm going to say I have no freaking idea.
3, 2, 1, fire.
The grenade went boom. We didn't disintegrate it, it blew up.
I think so. Let's look at high speed.
Okay. The high-speed camera, the scalpel, the microscope, the light, the multi-tool for tackling time.
There it is.
And what it shows is
The grenade ignited the second that it penetrated.
That is a thing.
The blasting cap inside a grenade is actually somewhat shock sensitive. And the 308 round is a very, very high speed round. And that speed translates directly to a certain amount of energy being brought to the equation. And in our case, the 308 round, the very instant it touched the exterior of our grenade, that shock caused the entire thing to detonate early. It was a very, very powerful reaction and an instant one.
Yep, it's the second of three potential results, and the most common of the cinematic techniques, the mid-air explosion.
But let's think about that for a second, because if that ignited the grenade at any closer than 45 feet, which is the kill zone for a grenade, you're dead. Further than 45 feet, it starts to become almost impossible to make a shot like that. Yes, in theory, it's possible, but I would duck. Personally, I would just duck.
That worked. So to recap our final results, the high-powered rounds, the 308, actually detonated the grenade, which means that if it's within 50 feet of you, you're dead, sucker. But the low-powered rounds, the 45, and especially the shotgun, both rendered the grenades inert. The shotguns even kept the blasting cap from going off. Pretty much the exact polar opposite of what we thought was going to happen.
You bought your tags. You taught me about it. Put you on your first success. He's your dad. Show him your appreciation at kuyu.com or one of our store locations. This is the moment you've been waiting
I got a really good feeling about this.
for. The ring lantern soul is to protect.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you.
First up, Alan and Jamie tackle the tall tale that ping pong can go lethally wrong.
Really? A ping pong ball can kill you.
That's the myth.
There's no way it has enough mass to actually penetrate anything.
18-0. But what if the ball was going really, really fast?
Enough already!
It's an interesting physical conundrum. Can such a delicate object with so little mass achieve ballistic lethality? Is it possible to fire plastic ping pong balls fast enough to result in mortal damage?
Here's how this works. This is what I call a breech loading pop gun. Here's the breech. There's the ammo. Seal it up. Pressurize from here. Open it up. Point it in the direction you want to hit with a ping pong ball. Release with this high pressure valve. And Bob your uncle. What does Bob your uncle mean? Well, it means hopefully that we've gotten the ping pong ball to an impossibly large speed.
And with the pressure pumped to the max the pop gun can handle, a modest
95 PSI in 3.
we're about to find out.
140 miles per hour. Nice for a little device like that.
There we go.
It's not lethal, though. We've got a long ways to go before we get to that point.
Yep, as Brody would say, they're going to need a bigger barrel.
Our paddles got the ping pong balls to about 70 miles an hour. My little shooter here, up to 140. Wait a second, Editors, can you give me a nice shotgun sound effect for this? Much better. Got the ping pong ball up to 140 miles an hour at 100 psi. What? You know, for years, Jamie's going to be like, crap, there's another damn ping pong ball in the rafters. Jamie's in my experience, PSI is not the deciding factor for acceleration in an air cannon. It's barrel length. So I think what we need to do is build another one of these with a really, really long barrel.
Well, as long as the pressure behind the ball is greater than the pressure in front of the ball's going to continue to accelerate. Perfect. And so the longer the barrel we have, the more time the ball will have to do that, and the faster it'll be going when it comes out the far end.
There's the target. And with a pop gun pressurized to the max the shop air can supply,
Okay, that's 140 psi.
it's time to load
These are some professional grade ping pong balls.
and lock
Close the breech.
and let rip.
Range is hot.
Firing. 3, 2, 1.
I just see a hole in the other end.
Wow,
That is far out.
that's a fast little ping pong ball.
Wow. Well, our 80-foot long barrel sent this ping pong ball through an inch-thick piece of honeycomb cardboard, which in and of itself was not that incredible a feat, but it left a visible mark on 3/4 inch plywood. That is something more than I expected.
It certainly banged up the backboard. But what about the crunch numbers?
453 miles per hour.
That's a good place to start.
Absolutely.
So we got this ball going 453 miles per hour. That's really fast, but I have to say, I don't think it's lethal. Based on what I'm seeing with this ball, it might break a rib, it might give you a really nasty bruise, but it's not going to kill you.
However, the damage done was 10 feet from the muzzle, and the air resistance over that distance is significant for such a lightweight object. So, what would happen if the target, say a glass of wine,
Cheers.
was much closer to the barrel?
Ammunition?
We're going to fire our ping pong ball at a few different types of objects to see what it does.
Range is hot. On your call.
You never know what you'll find out. 3, 2, 1. Wow.
That was really lovely from here. The sound of broken glass, the cloud of red liquid, is deeply satisfying.
But what does it tell us about the power of ping pong?
So what does 453 miles per hour mean to your average glass full of wine? Wow. Now, before the ping pong ball gets anywhere close to the glass, the air in front of it has to escape from the barrel, and that's what's happening here. That air is escaping at probably something approaching 453 miles per hour, and it's starting to peel the liquid out of the glass. That's the Bernoulli effect. Look at that. That is far out. It's like it's boiling. It's like it's on fire. The glass is half empty at this point, and the ping pong ball still hasn't shown up to the party. Oh, I think bad things are about to happen. Now when the ping pong ball shows up and it touches the glass, everything shatters. But notice that the ping pong ball's mass is still so light, it doesn't actually go through the glass. It actually bounces off the liquid of the wine that's still remaining in the glass. That is a beautiful shot.
Beautiful, but not nearly lethal. It deflects rather than penetrates. So to make a mortal mark, they're going to need more speed, more momentum, a step into the unknown.
This has never been done before. It's scary.
Here we go. Whoa! Holy! Oh man, that was really good. I didn't expect it to work that well.
The 3-foot prototype worked scarily well. Popping the sealed vacuum caused a sudden influx of air and the pressure differential sends the ball rocketing. And after a few technique tweaks, one, and a double barrel length, one, Adam measures rocketing at
375 miles an hour. That is mighty respectable.
respectable enough to be the new ping pong projectile power of choice.
You don't pay big brand markups when you buy a home.
It's an Aldi thing. Escape to your home paradise with flexible ownership options at Rent-A-Center. Stop wishing and start living. Spend the summer with the premium brands you love. Shop now.
Spoiler, your fits are itchy, raw, irritated. Time for a new deodorant.
You should have to choose between clean ingredients and deodorant that works. There's a better option.
No aluminum, no baking soda, no harsh chemicals. Whether it's a long run, a lift session, or just a high output lifestyle, this stuff holds up wherever the day takes you.
My favorite part though? So, rugged and real.
They're fresh, they're masculine, and they're outdoor inspired.
I try not to do partnerships that don't make any sense, but this one is so relatable because I already use the product.
Every man jack, and then it doesn't work.
Well, the vacuum trick for launching a ping pong ball out of a short length of tubing is working gangbusters. I actually got 375 miles an hour on a ping pong ball out of this measly 6-foot tube. That is awesome, and this is where I'm going to concentrate my energy to get the fastest ping pong ball possible. All right, we're ready?
Based on the theory that bigger barrels are better,
It's taking a little longer to pump this out.
Yeah.
the guys have rigged the vacuum pump to their enormous 80-footer. There's plenty of nerves,
This has never been done before. It's scary.
high expectations,
Here's a world first.
and energy waiting to fulfill its potential.
Ping pong bazooka in 3, 2, 1.
But it's an unexpected and disappointing done.
That's no good.
Here's our ping pong ball. That wall is where we want the ping pong ball to be embedded in. 1.
Something's not working.
But it's reaching close to the end of our tube and then somehow bouncing back. Well, not somehow. See, air rushes in this tube behind the ping pong ball. There's vacuum in front of it, but that air sneaks past the ping pong ball, and it looks like it's providing a cushion that's actually causing it to spring back once it reaches the end. So it's not attaining enough speed and momentum to bust out. 1. Nope. Didn't make it. Tells me that we made this tube too long.
Yep, that cushion of air decelerates the ball to the point that it doesn't have the force to pop the packing tape. So, as Brody wouldn't say, they need a shorter barrel. Question is, how short?
We're going to use the high-speed camera to find out where the ping pong ball is no longer accelerating. They're going to cut the barrel there and hope that that works. All right, speed test. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Several tests, and sums later,
1.
they find the ball maxes out 30 feet along the barrel at an astonishing velocity.
29. We're well past Mach 1 here.
So a quick reset at the requisite length,
Boy, was that tough.
and the guys are expecting
Let's do it.
the ball to bust out of the packing tape at over 800 miles per hour.
What?
That would be a supersonic ping pong ball.
Sounded fast, but who knows what that meant?
What it means is
275 miles per hour. We're getting less out of a 30-foot barrel than I was out of a 6-foot barrel.
Yeah.
a frustrating miscalculation.
What the? It's only coming out of the barrel at 192 miles per hour.
The shorter barrel means the ball is now accelerating enough that it can burst free, but the air cushion is still an issue.
Failure is apparently the only option.
With this new piece of tech, Adam's bringing a little rocket science to the ping pong party. And to understand what it is and if it works, Adam's first testing a short barrel prototype.
Part of this rig is very familiar, but the addition of the choke. Oh, kidding. After I pull a vacuum, I'll put this on here, thus making this a sealed pressure chamber behind the barrel. Vacuumizing. When I feel like I've got a full vacuum, I then hook shop air pressure up into this, and the extra 40 to 60 to 80 psi that comes out of here will burst this piece of tape, sending everything going supposedly much, much faster. I really hope this works. 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh.
Wow, wow! The blast of pressurized air popped the vacuum and added extra energy to the equation. But just how much?
779 miles per hour.
That's what I'm talking about. What Adam's talking about is that after all their hard work, they have a ping pong ball faster than the speed of sound. That's quicker than this and this. So where next from here?
So this is now a working proof of concept. We found out about this technology of adding a choke, like rocket science. Rocket science uses a choke to make jets and rockets work, and we put it here with some pressure behind it, and we got 779 miles per hour. So now we're going to go to a bigger location.
And what a location.
Don't you wish this could be our shop?
Or do I?
Here at fabulous Fort Mason, Adam and Jamie will definitively answer the question, how fast can a table tennis ball fly?
One down.
And then test its lethality by supersizing their prototype ping pong pop gun barrel.
And that's the last one.
And the pressurized choke chamber. Back in the shop, they've used less than 100 psi to pop the packing tape vacuum. Now they're ramping it up to 500.
Ready?
Fish.
And they want to deliver that massive blast
I hope you don't break my arm.
fast.
I think that was pretty good.
I think that was pretty good.
And with the big beast hooked up and ready for action, here's how it's going to go down.
The setup out here should be pretty familiar to anyone who's been watching thus far, except for the fact that the barrel's 150 feet long. Behind our vacuum tube, of course, is our pressure chamber, and pressure to 500 pounds per square inch of pressure. The whole business is activated by this lever, which we will set off with
This.
And so, with the air evacuated from the barrel and the choke ready to charge, Jamie steps up to the plate.
Here we go. 500 psi, 150 foot long barrel in 3, 2, 1, do it! It is like a magic trick here. I was looking at the ping pong ball and then it just wasn't there. Do it! It wasn't even like I had sensation of it moving. It just whisked out of existence.
Which bodes well ballistically until the evidence is found.
There's very little of the ping pong ball left.
And then examined on the high speed.
It's not even left the barrel, and it's totally shattered.
That's a bit of a problem.
The problem being they need the full weight of an aerodynamic intact ball for maximum mortal damage.
The good news is it was going at a speed of 1,086 miles per hour.
That's pretty fast.
That was pretty fast. Even though our ping pong ball was going at Mach 1.4, which is amazing, I can't say that that was successful because it wasn't a ping pong ball when it left the barrel. So we're going to cut this barrel at 20 feet. We're going to lower the overall pressure. There we go. 20-foot barrel, 300 psi, semi-slow release. We're not sure what's going to happen. 3. Whatever does ought to really help inform us about what's going on. 2. Oh, here we go. 1, go. That was an ever-loving smack of a bang. That was a hell of a bang, and that ball is rolling.
The ball is intact.
Wow, intact and insane. Confirmed on the high speed at a world record 1,100 miles an hour The delicate 2.7 gram ping pong ball is traveling twice as fast as a jumbo jet. As fast as a speeding bullet.
Now we are talking. We went from a 150-foot barrel to a 20-foot barrel. With 300 psi behind it, now it's time to find out if the 1,100 miles per hour we got out of the end of that barrel, I think we're ready. It's in fact lethal. Lethal balls. That's what we're looking for.
A ping pong ball going 1,100 miles per hour
Go.
versus flesh. Which one's going to win? We're about to find out.
For our lethality test, today's human analog will be played by a pork shoulder, otherwise known as a pork butt, because pork has 4 shoulders, and 2 of them are butts. It's true, look it up.
Question is, will the world record-breaking ball bounce harmlessly off the butt or penetrate with lethal force?
And there's some potential energy into some actual energy. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Short barrel, 300 psi lethality test with pork butt in 3, 2, 1, go.
That was a blast. Literally. But how did our porcine pal fare?
All right, let's look at the damage. Dude, there's like flesh trauma going down 1.5 inches every year.
That's impressive.
I am shocked by how much damage it did,
Now that thing actually penetrated. That would hurt.
but I think we still need to call that this is a non-lethal hit. It did not penetrate all the way through the flesh and leave some gaping wound, and barring some lucky hit, that is not a deadly hit. This is a substantial flesh wound, but it ain't lethal.
Yet, despite the extreme air pressure and a supersonic ball making the pig fly, the impact did not mortally harm the animal.
Pittsburgh is built to perform. From America's #1 selling floor jacks to sockets, ratchets, and shop equipment, Pittsburgh delivers the reliability you need at prices that can't be beat. Only at Harbor Freight.
On this sticky episode of Mythbusters,
Relax. This one hurt a bit.
the team tackle a trail of duct tape tall tales.
Fun for the whole family.
First, Adam and JD strength test of mythical material in Carlin.
Why, you ask? Because secretly you've always wondered, and that's why we're here.
Then they ask you to keep your boat afloat.
Going in.
One that's already sinking,
I think we're gonna need some help from the camera crew.
and one made of nothing but the tacky tape.
To keep your duct tape from tucks, we got a boat!
Meanwhile, Gary, Grant, and Tori
Say hello to our little friend!
find out if they can stretch to sticking a cannon together.
Run!
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
and Jamie Heineman. Between them more than 30 years of special effects experience. Joining them, Carrie Byron, Brett Imahara, and Tori Malachi.
We're talking congruent lasers.
They don't just tell the myths,
It's chaos.
they put them to the test.
What you got there?
This is pretty cool. It is a wallet made entirely out of duct tape. You know, I was thinking we could do an entire segment on duct tape.
A segment. We could do a whole episode. Heck, we could do a whole season on the mythical properties of duct tape.
You know you're right. Let's do a whole hour on duct tape.
Okay.
Recognize this? A roll of tape, and that's just the beginning.
Duct tape, supple vinyl, adhesive strength, and fabric reinforcement means its versatility knows no bounds,
One short strip secures tons of coiled steel.
which has led to some wild, weird, and wacky mythical claims.
What's the plan?
Well, I'm thinking that the mythical properties of duct tape generally fall into two categories. One is strength, i.e. its tensile strength and its adhesion. And the other is that it's so versatile you can do anything at all with it. I say we start by testing its strength.
I mean, like lifting a car with it.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Hold on, before we jump right to that, why don't we do some discrete strength tests just to find out what we're in for.
So before stretching out miracle mythical material to its car lifting limits,
Let's start up the crane.
the guys are going to start with a smaller force.
Many people say about duct tape that, well, it's like a force. It's got a light side and a dark side and binds the whole universe together.
No, not the universe. They'll begin the strength testing by seeing how much tape it takes to bind atoms.
Relax. This one hurt a bit.
Channeling his dark side, Jamie Dexter Hyman goes to work securing his victim. And he's enjoying it a bit too much.
So Adam, this is 20 pieces of tape. You holding up?
I'm doing good. It's actually strangely comforting. It's like really nice and light.
What's even weirder is Adam also seems to be enjoying it.
I'm about 30 pieces of tape in, and I'm starting to have flashbacks of the other strange things we've done at this exact location. Like, hey, got one! Capturing inflatants in a bathtub. Also, both Jamie and I got painted with gold paint at this exact location. I'm gonna add this to the list now. Alright, let's do it. This is cool. It's like I am plotting.
So far, you're not going anywhere.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Although I tell you, I can feel myself settling in here. Quite, wow, really like force weights. Perhaps I should point towards the mat. I'm just suggesting. There we go. Oh, whoa, hey. Oh, that was just a ringing settlement, right?
Yeah.
Dude, this is actually quite comfortable. Who rolls the tape equals a whole afternoon of fun.
Fun for the whole family.
Of course, it goes without saying, but we're going to anyway. Please don't try this at home. Adam and Jamie are trained duct tape strength test professionals.
Lest you think that I am foolhardy or reckless for allowing my 180 pounds to be held up by 2 rolls of duct tape, this is actually quite a safe system. I feel quite comfortable. It's a distributed system, which means it has many points of failure, a lot of redundancy built in by all the different pieces of duct tape stuck to the plywood. So I can hang out here all day.
While Adam's hanging around, Harry, Brandon, and Tori are about to go ballistic.
Okay, guys, what's today's sticky story? We have a mythical use for duct tape that highlights both its adhesive qualities and its inherent strength. Okay, hit me. Okay, so what's the myth?
You bring a potato cannon, right?
Yeah, you take a bunch of pieces, glue it together, seal off one end, add some propellant, add a potato, ignite the propellant, and bang, you launch my tape.
Exactly.